Hey guys, so I'm here at Professor Carter's house and I can't wait to go inside because maybe we can get to the bottom of all this mysterious stuff. So, all right. See the house?
Hello.
Hey, Professor Carter, I'm Vita.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice
Come
to meet
on
you.
in.
I'm actually recording. Are you okay with that? It's just for research, so it's easy for me to keep track of everything we talk about.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yes.
Thank
come
you.
on
Awesome. Wow. There's cool stuff in here.
in. Would you like something to drink?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Excuse me for a moment. So here's just a few of the items that I have here.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you again.
You're more than welcome. It's always exciting for me when someone your age is interested in these things.
Totally.
So this is just a small sample of the collection of things that I have.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, I have a garage full of it.
Oh, I want to see your garage. But this is good to start.
Good. Good.
Wow. So, let me first ask, what is Gilra?
Well, we're not sure how far back it dates, but we know that there was worship of the cult of Gilra during the Babylonian Empire. You know, Gilra was one of a legion of gods that created our world. He was the weakest and the most cunning. So while his siblings, the older, stronger gods, created these worlds like the world we know today, the trees, the mountains, the ocean, and even us, Gilra gave each living creature the ability to dream.
Gilra. Am I saying that correctly?
Well, yes, Gilra is fine, but the cult would say Gilra. Yeah, the accent is on the Y. Gilra.
Gilra.
Yes.
I read that art was really important to the cult. Why was that?
Well, they believe that all creative influences or art forms were a gift from the creator. They would also believe that if they truly dedicated themselves to the artistic process, the spirit of Gilra would actually possess them. It's sort of like how a shaman would go into a trance in order to speak to the spirit world. Art was also an important way for the cult to communicate their ideas. They would often hide symbols in paintings, sculptures, plays.
Why do you say hide?
Well, the cult was often shunned and persecuted by other communities. Since most of their members were artisans, they had to find a way to make a living. So they would often put a small symbol in a clay pot or in a sculpture or an art piece. And that way they could worship their god without being noticed. They were also some of the first believers in a collective subconscious. Are you familiar with Carl Jung?
No, I'm not.
It's all right. So Jung believed that there were universal symbols that we all understand, like dreaming. So the fact that we all can dream means that we are all inherently conscious of Gilra.
Wow. So, what does the W stand for?
Ah, the W. It's the eye of Gilra.
I?
Yes, I know it looks like a W, but it's actually the eye of a cuttlefish. The cult believed that Gilra created the cuttlefish to be its eyes and ears on earth. So whatever the cuttlefish sees, Gilra sees.
Okay. Could you explain to me why dreams were so important to the cult?
Well, in present day, we understand that dreams are our own mind just running through random thoughts and memories and till our mind goes into its rest mode. However, the cult believed that our dreams were something beyond ourselves, that when we dream, we psychically connect to Gilra And he in turn imparts us with his vast and immense knowledge and creativity.
Wow. So we're like a portal for Gilra.
In our dreams.
That's incredible. So, Professor Carter, earlier you said that the cult members were persecuted and shunned. Don't you think that that's not fair, that they were treated that way just because they wanted to be themselves?
I think you've misunderstood what I said. The cult would intentionally cause mass hysteria wherever they went. Plays would sometimes end with nobles going mad and murdering their entire households. The cult saw itself as an enemy of civilized society. Their goal was to break down every possible taboo and moral limitation. They would actually murder people for their art.
That's horrible. Why would they do that?
Because it gave them attention. Every time someone saw one of their rituals or acts or one of their extreme presentations, Gilra would enter their minds. And once Gilra entered their minds, they became unwitting followers. And his end goal is to have everyone involved in this so that he could plunge the entire world into a permanent slumber.
So like a dream world?
Yes, permanently.
But isn't the dream world a good thing?
No! When we dream, we just get a taste of it. Let's say that exposure to Gilra is like psychic radiation. When we dream, it's like we're talking on a cell phone. You know, it's harmless. Well, what the cult wants to do is more like Chernobyl. At the very least, everyone exposed would go mad. At worst, they might even start to physically change.
Physically change? What do you mean by that?
Well, if Gira had its way, we would all be made in its image. There were stories floating around Catania about its followers who would suddenly start to degenerate and physically change into these weird creatures. One Roman soldier recounted them as these pale monsters with tangled limbs and horrifying features.
Okay, let's backtrack a little bit. What was the deal with the jewelry in the cult?
Well, after centuries of being persecuted, the cult decided to stop writing down their beliefs. Instead, they believed that they could actually transmit ideas, rituals, and information through certain sacred relics. They would craft an item, and then they would hold a mass ritual which would psychically charge that item. In doing so, they believed that they could essentially turn it into an occult thumb drive. So as a result, anyone could become a high priest just by touching that item.
Anyone?
Anyone. Everyone.
So I want to show you something because after everything you taught me today, there's something that is just on my mind that I feel like I can't leave here without showing you.
Okay.
I have a necklace that I believe is one of the relics that you just described.
Well, that's impossible.
No, I swear I have a picture of it. I can show you.
Sure.
Okay, it's just on my laptop.
Okay.
So I'll just get it up. Okay. That's it.
Who are you?
What?
Who are you?
I'm Vita.
I think you should leave.
But I still.
I think you should leave
I
now.
have so many questions.
Please,
Okay.
leave
Okay.
now.
Okay, I'm going.
Get out of my house.
Okay, I'm going. I'm sorry.
And don't come back.
Oh my God. That was so intense. Okay guys, that just got like so dangerous. Like it just feels like I shouldn't be doing this. Okay. I don't know if I can do this anymore, guys. It's getting really scary.